Good morning, Lions. Imagine, if you will, for just one moment, would you choose your Lions Club to look like this or like this? The service that you do, would it look like this or like this? The people, the Lions in your club, like this or like this? You see, these are all choices that we make as Lions. Let me emphasize that one more time. These are choices that we make as Lions. Not the international president, not your district governor, not your club president. Look into the mirror. That person, you. Hi, I'm Lion Dave Wineman, area leader from Michigan. We're going to go on a tour today that shows why membership is so important for our state, what we can do with the world of virtual membership, and where you fit in. So hang on to your vests. Here we go. Our goal is to show the opportunities how Lions membership can be facilitated through virtual mediums. What we're talking about here is a challenge that many of us have never had to face before. It's new or different to us. So before we get started down that trail, Pilgrim, let's look at Lions from a different perspective. Maybe one that we've never seen before. Let's view the Lions world as a triangle. We need all three sides of the triangle to thrive. The legs are service, or the serve part of we serve. Membership, ta-da! That's the we part of we serve. And what I call fun, or friendly, upbeat, and nice. Really fun is the social aspect of clubs. It's the glue that holds service and membership together. You see, when we say Lions Club, we're talking about a group of people. Sounds simple enough, right? Well, people are meant to be social, to work together, to be part of a greater good. We were built to contribute, to help each other, to make a difference. We were never made to be insular. We were made to interact. We need the interaction with others to reach our full potential. This is an important aspect of Lions. It's our motive, if you will, to act as an organization rather than ourselves. The fun part is where many people see the value part of Lions for their own personal self. In order to get someone to join Lions, they, not you, the club, or anyone else, must experience value from it. I think we all know the state of flux that the fear of COVID-19 has left us in. Governments are confused and contradictory. We want a clear path. What to do now that we've had the crap scared out of us? We need a clear set of directions. We want things to be okay. We fear change, especially potentially negative change. Worse yet, Lions wants us to adapt to running things through a computer rather than getting together with our friends like we always used to. Or maybe we're getting together like we always have, and I'm not so certain we can or should be. I'm pissed off. Lots of emotions. Lots of confusion. We have been caught unprepared. How do I adapt to this new world that I know so little about? Right now, some clubs aren't even meeting at all. Even today. Good news. Lights on. What? You can't do that. Wrong. We may have set of mandates by a government. We should follow them the best we can. But I never heard, nor would I ever listen to someone that said, go home, lock the door, cut the power, barricade the windows. Nope, we've chosen that. However, we can choose to turn the lights on, find new ways of interacting with our friends and neighbors. Heaven forbid, we might even do it better than we did before. By the way, I refuse to use the words new normal here. That is crap. If it is new, that means we've never experienced it before. If it's normal, it means socially that we're used to it. Face it, we're working at wrapping our minds around a new major issue in our lives. We need people more than ever. We need the interaction more than ever. We need friendly, upbeat, and nice more than ever. That can mean for some people that they can experience Lions more than ever. So in charge is the IT fire department saying, we got this. Wrong. Think of technology as a tool, a hammer, a screwdriver. Technology, like any great tool, is an enabler. It's for us to do something. You might say, but things are falling apart. Yes, they are. That's why we need glue. Remember that fun, friendly, upbeat, and nice? What tools do we have in common? What's the common denominator? They enable us. That's people. That's lions. Every great craftsman understands that we need the right tool for the job. When it comes to IT tools, the same is true. Remember, we also need to match this up with the common denominator when it comes to working with people. So let's make a brief list of IT tools that are common. The list here are examples. Your task is to identify the common tool that can unite your club. So how about a cell phone, Zoom, GoToMeeting, email, Facebook, Google Hangouts, Messenger, FaceTime, or something like FaceTime? It's a big enough list. I think you get the idea. Right tool for the job. No two jobs are necessarily the same, especially when we're speaking about people. What is important here is that you find the common tool, or for those that do not possess the tool, you loan them that tool. Be it through personal interaction, extending a tool with another tool, and so on. One thing for certain, next week or next year when it comes to IT tools, we will have a whole new set of tools to choose from. Remember that new and normal phrase? People like comfort, especially in their social clubs. They like interaction. Our effort through the use of a tool is to facilitate that. Make it possible again, or do it better than we ever have in some cases. When it comes to IT tools, not everyone is a guru. Besides, if we were all alike, it'd be boring. So figure whatever tool you use, you're going to help support the people in your club that are not used to it. Hey, it's okay to help lions and non-lions with community service. Be that one-on-one or one helping many. Our lions are going to need an IT support lion or two to help us through the new. One of the objectives of the North American Membership Initiative is to rejuvenate clubs that are struggling. By the way, this or a similar challenge could present itself a month or years down the road. How do we attract new members to our club? To start off, what's wrong with the old way? Like prospective members are lined up outside our Lions halls just waiting to find out what Lions is all about. I don't think so. You just have to do the same things we always have done. You call them up. You send them an email asking them to join in a meeting. You send them a good old-fashioned snail mail. You see them in the store and you invite them in. Be inviting. The ground you normally meet the person on, keep it the same. And whatever you do, keep it personal. Here's a good rule of thumb. The more personal contact and the closer the proximity physically, the greater chance of getting a yes. Face-to-face is best. Better yet, invite a third friend. A phone call is better than a text or an email. The more personal you can make it, the more likely you are to get a new member. Do this and you might get 1 out of 10 people that you ask. Not newfangled enough for you? Bearing in mind that face-to-face is still the most powerful tool, we can substitute FaceTime or Messenger video. It's not quite as personal as face-to-face, but it outdistances just an audio only, such as a phone call. It gets that person part of you in the invitation. If you're using a third person in the conversation, try something like Zoom. For certain groups of individuals, texting can be a very effective tool. For instance, someone that's very shy. If it is familiar to the two of you, that's fine. Text someone that you rarely speak with right out of the blue, expect the rejection rate to go up. Another one of the North American Membership Initiative objectives is the creation of new clubs. Now, if there ever was a time to start a virtual club, this is it. It is amazing that just a few short months ago, virtual clubs are more of a novelty than regular clubs. One of the neat things about virtual clubs is that they have a special attraction to working families. Virtual club formation does lend itself to social advertising. Again, figure out the common denominator when it comes to the tool set that you use. For instance, many business conversations are carried on in Microsoft Teams. So if you have a like-minded set of people that you can organize to pick up a humanitarian service and you can have some fun together, you may have the ingredients for a club. One important thing to note here is that when communicating in a virtual club, there is already a distance factor involved. It's easier to lose a crowd, so to speak. It takes a very well-trained and motivated leader to keep a virtual club running. If people do not see the value, you'll lose them quickly in the digital world. Want to start a virtual club? Notice the places you like to hang out, like Facebook groups. Look for a humanitarian need. Then figure out how you can start the fun part off. And then individually start inviting people personally. Once you've got that magic number, you can go public with the invitation to join. Remember, the rule of thumb for recruiting membership, personal invitations. The closer, the better. Michigan has 2 virtual Lions clubs to date. The newest is the Jackson County Professional Virtual Lions Club. They are already doing service projects and helping their community. They are unique in that they have a hybrid model in where participation can be virtual or at a local business. Hey, creativity counts. You may have noticed that we've not really embraced name brand technologies for the most part. There are a lot of reasons for this. What is attractive to one group or locale may not fit another. In time, technology has not been kind to any product. It has changed in the past. It will change in the future. How many people remember SuperCalc, WordStar, or Lotus 123? Once upon a time, they were king of the hill in the office productivity tools, but no more. It is important that the technology chosen is stable and reliable. Popular is important as most people will understand its operation. What has worked recently? Facebook groups and Zoom are 2 popular choices. If one were looking at recruiting to start a virtual club, they would be excellent choices at the moment. Pick the common denominator, technology. Another factor to keep in mind about technology is that it's evolving at a very fast rate. This means that the club is facing a lot of new very fast. New frustrates many people. Would we rather sit in front of a fireplace or on the beach or slave away at building the latest gadget that won't last? We want our social common denominator to be comfortable. Choose IT changes carefully as to not destroy that common denominator. Face it, in some clubs, they're not going to change for technology. The rule here is the simpler or less technology. Our telephone is still the #1 technology device in the world. Communication does not have to be complex and sophisticated to be effective. A tool like Zoom incorporates video and telephone connections as well. People are tired of feeling divided and barricaded in. It is very devastating. Is there room for a virtual compromise when it comes to attracting new members and keeping your membership active? I think there is. However, it may be different from what we're used to. Given a Lion's heart of service, we together can make the very best of any situation, be that COVID-19 or maybe a club that is spread across the state. It is the choices we make, the common denominators that we identify, and the action we take that makes the difference. 100 years ago, Lions might have ridden on a horse to go to a Lions Club meeting. 1 year ago, we had most likely gotten to that meeting in a car. Today, we can almost instantaneously get there using technology. Point made? There are several resources available for virtual membership at LCI's website. Visit the www.lionsclubs.org/NAMI and click on the resources button. Here you'll find resources such as 100 recruiting ideas, virtual clubs, virtual team building, and a host of other membership resources. Speak with your multiple district GMT or call me. My contact information is at the end of the presentation. If you have a great or unique idea that someone else may have tried, we'll try and pair you with them so that you can learn from their experience and gain even more traction. I often tell a story about a kid site screening that I did, and there was a young little 6-year-old lad there, cute little fellow with a ball cap and jumping around and wiggling like all little boys should. Being a general nuisance for his mom, who really didn't seem to mind. That young man had been screened at his school and had already just been to see his eye doctor. He was well cared for. The Lions Club camera came up with a refer. After a checkup at the same doctor, the eye doctor shared that the young man had a condition whereby if it had not been caught by the Lions screening, he would have had to wear glasses for the rest of his life because the condition would not have been correctable. Now all that, all the way around, seems pretty amazing. But after a lot of thought, some thoughts of how we helped that young man, somehow amazing all this was, I came to a conclusion about what was so important about that adventure. We didn't help that young man. That young man helped me. He gave me the opportunity to make a difference. And you know, all those good feelings, maybe even that young man's vision, would have never been impacted if back in 1994, another friend hadn't asked me to be a lion. Membership? Does it matter? It did for me. Thank you.